Hello everyone, Sid here from Teamster Real Estate. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down Center Court's newest project in Pickering called Pickering City Center, a 55-acre master plan community. If you are looking for early VIP access to pricing and floor plans, as well as a guaranteed allocation in this project before the public, please go ahead and click the link in the description and register. You will also get full access to the live portal where you'll have access to everything I talk about in this video. So without further ado, let's get right into it. There are three things I look for when selecting a pre-construction project, and that is the location, builder, and overall values and pricing. And in this video, I'm going to cover all three. So let's get right into Google Maps to get to the location here. So I'm zoomed in on Pickering Town Center in Pickering. Let's just zoom out for those of you guys who are not familiar with Pickering. It falls in the Durham region, which consists of Pickering, Ajax, Whitby, and Oshawa. And Pickering is just west of Scarborough, right over here. So let's go back to the Pickering Town Center, which is going to be the heart of the site here. Now, Pickering Town Center is obviously a mall. There's over 180 retail stores. They are going to be keeping the mall and a lot of the infrastructure around it. One of the cool things about this project is the existing infrastructure, right? So you've got Pickering GO Station right over here. You've got the Pickering City Hall right east of the mall here where the residential towers are going to be. You've got the 401 Expressway to the south. Not to mention, you're going to have the future BRT, which is the Bus Rapid Transit that's going to connect Durham Region or Scarborough all the way to Durham Region and vice versa. This proposed transit system by Metrolinx is going to have 36 kilometers of bus transit along Kingston Road, again, connecting Scarborough to Oshawa. You've got 49 total stops here, and it's expected to have 38,000 daily ridership. Again, this is just a rendering of what the BRT would look like. They're going to have dedicated laneways for the buses, again, to make sure they're efficient, timely, and just make the commute a lot easier and faster for commuters. Again, just to go back to Pickering GO Station while we're on the transit topic, Pickering GO Station is about 6 stops from Union Station, about 40 minutes. So again, very well connected by transit. I love anything that's close to transit, so that's one of the reasons I love this location. So let's look at where the actual residential towers are going to be. I'm just going to go right into Street View here to give you guys an idea. So right here, you've got the Pickering City Hall right on Esplanade and Glen Anna Avenue. And then right over here is what used to be the old Sears as part of the southern block or wing of the Pickering Town Center, which has been since demolished. And this is where they're going to house 3 blocks of residential towers. They're proposing about 10 towers over the next 10 years. And block 1 is really going to be right over here, just west of Glen Anna and south of Kingston Road. We're just along this wing of Pickering Town Center. Again, they're going to be connecting the residential towers to Pickering Town Center, as well as commercial on the ground floors, keeping it a mixed-use community. Block 1 is going to have 4 towers, the first tower launching this fall in September, and subsequent towers launching after that. This is really a 10-year, decade-long plan for them to launch their residential towers, as well as all the improvement parklands and all the commercial uses along the way as well. So now that we know where the actual site's going to be, I want to quickly talk about Durham Region as it relates to the Greater Toronto Area and the future and the possibilities of the Durham Region in general. So the Greater Toronto Area comprises of 5 sections. You've got Halton Region, Peel, York Region, City of Toronto, and Durham. And what's interesting is that Durham has the lowest inventory of condos in the GTA. There are a total of 418 completed condo suites. These are actual condos that exist right now in the GTA, and Durham Region only makes up 2% of that 418,000 condos. Obviously, the lion's share being Toronto at 74%. You've got York Region at 12%, Peel Region at 9%, and Halton Region at 4%. So again, Durham Region faring last when it comes to the completed condos. Now let's look at future condos that have launched that are going to be coming up. From 2016 to 2023, there's been 170,000 new condos launched. We're not talking about condo towers, but condo suites. And out of that, Durham Region only has 4%. Obviously, Toronto taking the biggest at 59%. York Region has about 15%, Peel Region has about 14%, Halton Region has about 8%, but again, Durham coming in last at just 4% of new condos launched. So why is that important? It's important because there's a need for condos and inventory in general, and not just in the GTA, but specifically in Durham Region, because they're so undersupplied. Now let's talk about the builder, which is CentreCourt. Now, CentreCourt's a very reputable builder. They've been around for about 13 years, and in that short amount of time, they're one of the most active developers in Toronto. They've got over 20 towers sold. They are very good at getting their zoning and approvals. And just going to move myself here. They also have 0 days of interim occupancy, which, if you don't understand what interim occupancy is, basically have, whenever you buy pre-construction, you have two closings. One is interim occupancy, which is, well, the unit's ready, the builder gives you the keys. However, the building is not yet registered with the city. The final closing happens when the building registers with the city and the mortgage and title goes in your name and you have to go and get a mortgage. And that period between interim occupancy and final closing is when you have to pay the builder what's called occupancy fees out of your pocket. That doesn't go towards your mortgage because your mortgage comes toward final closing. So that interim occupancy period can be anywhere from a few months to sometimes it can go up to a year or even longer, depending on how slow the city is, how tall the tower is, and where exactly in the tower you've purchased. If you're on the ground floor, you're going to be waiting a lot longer than if you've purchased something on the 50th floor. So point being that CentreCourt has 0 days of interim occupancy, which means they go straight to closing. So if you are somebody who is not a fan of occupancy fees, then CentreCourt's a great builder to get behind. CentreCourt's also not new when it comes to Masterplan Community. They were heavily involved in the Smart VMC project in the Vaughan Metropolitan Center, Masterplan Community there with their Transit City condos 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Highly successful, sold out so quickly. So they are very familiar with developing Masterplan communities. Another thing I always look at when it comes to builders is a good resource is to go to the Home Construction Regulatory Authority. If you just type that on Google, you can come into the page and you can actually search for builders to look at their track record and whether or not they have any Tarion warranty claims and if they have any canceled projects. So, coming in here, you can already see their past completed projects that they've had in place. You can see every single project that they've completed if you want to even go and physically check it out. And you can also see here whether or not they have any Tarion warranty claims over the last 10 years, which in this case, they do not. So this is a great resource that I use a lot of times when I'm vetting developers, especially new developers. Here's some renderings I want to show you guys. So this is the residential towers that's going to be developed by CentreCourt. We are looking south from Kingston Road towards Highway 401 towards the lake here. This is the south views. Right here is a rendering of the center square, which is going to be right at the ground level, connecting the Pickering Town Center to the residential towers. Here's a rendering of the exterior courtyard where you've got some green space, kids playing area. Got another rendering of the towers here with additional green space. Here's a rendering of a lobby. There's a rendering of the outdoor amenities and pool area that they're going to have in one of the towers. And this is a rendering of the party room. Okay, so let's talk about pricing. When it comes to pricing, I want to show you guys two comparables before I get into the PSF for Pickering City Center. First off, you've got Viewpoint 2 by Tribute Communities, which is just south of the Pickering Town Center, and then across the 401, south of the 401, you've got Universal City by Chestnut Hill Developments. Viewpoint 2 selling at $11.84 per square foot, and Universal City selling at $11.50 per square foot. And Pickering City Center coming in low at $10.50 per square foot, which I think is very aggressive, very competitive, and under both of those comparables. Okay, let's also look at resale just to see how it compares to resale. We know that pre-construction is typically anywhere from 25 to sometimes even 40% more expensive than their resale counterparts. As you can see, recent comparable, this is a completed project that just got finished. Universal City by Chestnut Hill Developments, 1480 Bailey Street. One bedroom here selling for $495, almost at $500,000. You've got 1+ Den selling at $550,000. And you've got 2-bed resale selling at just in the mid sixes, $640. Now, of course, there's more comparables that are a little bit on the higher spectrum. Some of the bigger condo units are selling for a little bit more, but I really wanted to find an average of the resale just to give you guys an idea of how it compares to resale of a new building. Older buildings are obviously going to be a little bit more cheaper, but they're also going to have more space. So I wanted to find something that was very close to what we're comparing it to. So now let's look at how the end pricing compares between resale and Pickering City Center. Resale at $495, Pickering City Center in the low 500s. Resale 1+ dens at $550, and 1+ dens at Pickering Town Center or City Center also coming in at mid 500s. 2 beds resale are $645, and Pickering City Center in the high 600s. So I feel when it comes to pricing, Pickering City Center is priced really well, considering that this project is going to be ready sometime in 2027 or beyond, depending on delays. So in my opinion, I think Pickering City Center is a great project to invest in, given what the future of Durham looks like, the low supply, the builder, and obviously the highly competitive pricing that they've put out that almost compares to resale. So guys, I hope you found this video helpful and valuable. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like. And if you're looking for early access and an allocation in this project, please make sure to hit the link in the description to book a call with me or send me an email, and I'd be happy to connect with you. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.